Good afternoon, forgers. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get on today's video, I just want to mention this fella. Now, any of you that have been watching my videos will have seen me painting this character that I called Persephone. However, I watched one of my favourite sci-fi programs not long ago, binge watched Firefly, and they went to a place in the movie, or should I say in the series, where the name was put at the bottom of the screen. And I recognised it. I says, oh, Persephone. And then 30 seconds later, one of the characters in the programme mentioned Persephone. Not Persephone, Persephone. So, after feeling a complete idiot, I've now realised that this character is called Persephone and not Persephone, like I was saying. So all you guys that were screaming at the phone, that's not how you put it. Yeah, I know now. Persephone. Now I'm going to be doing another video on Persephone, but this figurine is about 8 inches tall, something like that. But I want to print 150% bigger file of this model because I really do like this model and I think she deserves to be made bigger. So that is going to be in a future video. Anywho, back to today's video, and we are going to be looking at printing and painting a character who I call basically the Lara Croft of Final Fantasy. We of course are talking about Tifa, or Tiff as I call her. This is probably one of the most popular characters on the Final Fantasy franchise, and Final Fantasy VII she really popped onto the scene. So we're going to be looking at doing this character today. I've already 3D printed her out here, so I'm not going to really go through all the printing process and whatnot. I will put a link in the description below as to where you can get this file from. But the one that I've got here, again, I have printed not at its original size, but I've gone to 130%. So she stands, or she's going to stand about 12 or 14 inches high. So yeah, so anyway, let's get on with the video, guys. Let's put this lovely looking lady together and start painting her up. Right guys, this character took, I'd say, probably around about 14 hours in total to print, and I printed it on the standard settings using Cura with a 0.2 millimeter layer, and I basically used tree supports to build it. I downloaded this file unsupported, or should I say I used an unsupported file, so I always like to try and create my own supports to see what kind of method I can use to use the least amount of PLA. So anyway, yes, it took about 14 hours. Now there are some imperfections with this model. The print isn't perfect, but for a free model, like I say, I'll put a link to where you can get her from in the description below. She ain't that bad, to be fair. So, but I mean, the actual head and shoulders and the back hair has all come out, you know, really good. The detail in the face isn't too bad, but you can certainly tell that it is Tifa, so, or Tiff as I call her. So, but hopefully we'll be able to enhance that with the painting later on. Now, the one problem that I did have is the base of her hips, herself, and the legs. I printed the legs all at the same size, at 120 or 130%, whatever it was, I can't remember now. However, if you look, when I collect the legs, look at the difference there. You see how the leg is wider at the top of the leg there than what the actual leg is on the hip. So I'm going to have to use some filler to basically bring these legs sort of like equal, shall we say. So yeah, I mean, I don't understand why that's happened, because like I say, all the files were printed at exactly the same resolution. That one's not too bad, but it's more predominant at the back. You can see there it's probably about 2 or 3 millimeters higher I'd say a couple of millimeters higher than her actual top of her leg there. So we have to do a bit of filling when we put it together and let that set so I can sand it smooth to blend in with the rest of the legs. But again, apart from that, like I say, the rest of the detail is pretty good. I am looking at printing out some, making and printing out, I'm going to have to design them myself if I can't find them, which is going to be hilarious because I've not got used to blending yet. But I'm going to be making things like gun holsters and leg straps with daggers on and whatnot, a bit like Lara from Tomb Raider, just to make this character look a bit more punchy. Now, talking of punching, the hands, they didn't come out too good. There's a lot of filament that you can see, like where the layers were. But again, once it's like filled in and sanded smooth and whatnot, it won't look too bad. She is in a, what kind of pose would you call it? She's in a fighting stance, ready to go, sort of like kick up people's asses. So anyway, let's put her together and see how big this Tiff is, because like I say, I think she's going to be pretty big. So anyway, let's start building. Right guys, so fully built without a stand. She's going to need a stand because unfortunately she just won't stand on her own 2 feet. She stands at 380 millimeters tall, or in other terms 15 inches high. That is at 100 and I'm sure it was 130. I really need to make notes of the size that I do these things in, but yeah, I think it was 130 percent instead of it being 100%. So I mean, as you can see, she's, like I say, she's pretty big. So we're going to do some filling now, and I'm going to make a mixture using Mod Podge and, don't laugh, talcum powder. It creates like a fine paste that actually, I mean, Mod Podge sets pretty quick anyway, but the talcum powder acts like a catalyst and it sort of like sets even faster, so it enables you to sand it down a lot quicker. So I'll get that mixed up and start filling where she needs to be filled. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. She looks pretty good. Right guys, we've got her all primed up and she's looking rather good. So next stage is to get the colour in there. I've got a sand ivory which I'm going to mix with a little bit of white for her skin, and then we got light grey which will be for her top, and we got the Vallejo medium brown which I'm going to be using for the leather, and I've got mahogany and red that I'm going to use mixed slightly together to colour her boots and her wristband arms and things. So anyway, back into time-lapse mode for you guys, and let's get on with it and get this model done. there we have it, guys. One Tifa, Final Fantasy character. As you can see, she stands quite tall. Like you saw back in the previous section of the video when I measured it, she's like 15 inches. And that's pretty big, 15 inches, apparently. Anyway, I've enjoyed doing this. I really have, because it's the first time I've done a character from a video game. Yes, although I've done Persephone as well, but this is the first time I've done a character from an actual video game, i.e. Final Fantasy. But yeah, I'm stoked, chuffed to bits with that. It could have been a bit more detail, you know, in the painting and whatnot, but I think, to be fair, with what I've done, you know, she don't look too bad. You know, I mean, like I say, I'm still relatively new to this, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do hit the like, subscribe, and the old notification ding dong for more content like this. I am really enjoying what I'm doing at the moment, and as you can see, they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and that is just the body of my next project. A rather large alien, which is going to stand actually probably a little bit taller than Tifa here. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Click the like, subscribe, do share. It'd be nice to get the channel to grow, and hopefully you can see it grow with me. I've still got a few other projects that I want to do, like I mentioned in a previous video. The Thorn Scale Dragon that I did, I want to build a castle and have it made as a diorama where the dragon is actually coming down and attacking it. So I'm still waiting for 2 parts for this xenomorph to be printed off. One part is the tail, which is huge, and the other part is the base. So I might, just while I'm waiting for those, start doing the video and the build of the castle, which is going to be awesome. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. See you later.